Good morning, my name is Specialist Bustillos. Today I will be teaching a class on how to identify topographic symbols on a military map. I am in 1st Platoon of the Florida RTI. My BLC class is 004-21. The overall risk assessment today is low. Be careful with any food or drinks that you might have on your table. Do not spill them to create further damage to your areas. When you get up, be aware of your surroundings. We don't want anybody to trip, and that is what we're going to be looking out for. The information on this slide is unclassified. You can find it on any public websites such as Google. Our task, conditions, and standards. Our task is going to be to identify topographical symbols on a military map. Our condition is that you are a member of a squad in a field environment and you have been given a 1:5,000 scale military map. The requirement is going to identify some symbols and marginal information on the map. Our standard is going to include to identify the basic colors, topographical symbols, and marginal information on a military map. We have 3 performance steps that I will be teaching on today. Step 1 is going to be to identify the 6 basic colors on a military map. Step 2 will be to identify the symbols on a military map. And step 3, we're going to identify all the marginal information on a military map. These are the colors that you will find on a military map. Black are the cultural or man-made features. That is also the elevation on the map and any labels you might see, such as most of the information on the marginal of the map. We have blue. The blue is water. We have brown. Brown are all relief features, and on red light readable maps, that is the cultivated land. We have green, which is vegetation. Red, which are major roads or any built up areas that are not going to stay permanently, such as a collection point or a checkpoint that we will get rid of in the near future. We have red brown, and that will only be on a red light readable map. And the red brown are all the relief features and main roads on that type of map. So in step 2, we are going to identify the symbols on a map by referencing the legend, and that is usually at the bottom left of the map. One thing to keep in mind though is that every map has a different legend. For example, this map right here has 2 legends. The legend and the military legend. Some of the symbols here are obstructions, which can be shown by this small airplane. We have route markers, which are shown by the route markers here. We have the symbols for the railroads. We have boundaries, and that is to include boundaries of the county and also of the military reservation. We have some others, like a square, which just means a building. A square with a flag is a school, and a square with a cross is a church. We have our symbols for towers, which is a circle and a dot in the middle. We have the cross, which is the hospital, and the circled H is the heliport, which is useful to know in case you need a helicopter evacuation. Over here on the military legend, we have various different symbols and signs of what they stand for. So step 3, we're going to identify all of the different locations on the military map of the marginal information. We have the sheet name up here, the sheet number, the scale, the series name, the series number, the contour interval notes, the grid reference box. We have the elevation guide, the declination diagram, the bar scales, the adjoining sheets, the index to boundaries diagram, we have the grid reference box, the unit imprints and symbol, and then the spherical note, the grid note, the projection note, the vertical datum, the horizontal datum, and the control note are over here. We have the preparation note and the printing datum, and then, as I said before, we do have 2 legends, and they are both here. At this time, we will all take 15 minutes to practice. Use whatever notes you took during this class in order to assist you. I will also be available for any help or questions that you guys might have during this time. Okay, today I will be evaluating you on 3 performing measures, and that is going to be if you successfully identified the 6 basic colors on a military map, identified the symbols on a military map, and identified the marginal information on a military map. This is going to be a 13-question test. If you fail to show understanding on any one of these measures, I will retrain you and reevaluate you at that time. A copy of the test will be available on the screen. I have provided all of you with a test, pencil, and a red pen. The red pen is only going to be for grading, so go ahead and put it aside while you take the test. I will be walking around and observing all of you while you complete this test. Any questions? You all have 30 minutes to complete this test. Okay, at this time we are going to be going over the test. Please put away your pencils and take out your red pens at this time. Over here we have the answers for 1 through 5. If you got any of those wrong, go ahead and mark it wrong on your test. Over here we have the answers for questions 6 through 13. If you forget to mark it, please just recircle it and let me know if you got anything wrong. Okay, now that we have graded the test, none of you failed. So I am going to go ahead and record all of your answers and your tests, and I will report the results to your chain of command. Retraining and evaluation of this assessment is not necessary at this moment because you all passed with a proficiency rating of a T. which means you are all fully trained on this task. I will be collecting all of my training materials, my pens, pencils, and the test itself. As you head out, please turn your stuff in at the box on the first table. In summary, we took all of our references for this teaching assessment from TC 3-25.26. We will now conduct an AAR. We completed the task of identifying topographic symbols on a military map set in the conditions by meeting the standards of identifying the basic colors, topographical symbols, and marginal information on a military map. At this time, I will take any feedback from this training that you all might have. Feel free to say any pros or cons or ask any questions should you have them. The overall risk assessment remains low. Please be careful on your way out. Okay, if nothing else, let's conduct a final inspection of our area and take everything you brought with you. Exit to your right. Don't forget to turn in all of the equipment that I did give you. If you guys forget anything in the class, contact me and I will help you out to the best of my ability. Thank you for your time. This concludes this training.